Bonjour! Welcome to this French with Me explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here today. So, have you ever found yourself right in the middle of a French conversation and you suddenly realize you're completely stuck because you don't know how to say something that literally just happened? I mean, how would you say, I just woke up or I just arrived? It's incredibly frustrating when you have the vocabulary in your head, but you're just missing the right tense. Well, today, we are going to fix that. We're unlocking a brilliant, super simple hack that is going to instantly upgrade your conversational French. Let's dive in.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with 1, the hook, then move to 2, the golden formula, 3, conjugation recall, 4, tricky parts, 5, an interactive quiz to test your skills, and finish up with 6, final review. Section 1, the hook. Just happened. Right, let's look at this massive gap in our beginner conversational skills. I want you to ask yourself directly, based only on the basic vocabulary you know right now, how would you translate an action that just happened? Think about a sentence like, the show just started. If you try to use the normal past tense, the passé composé, it just translates to, the show started. It completely loses that immediate, fresh energy. We desperately need a way to express that just feeling. And that brings us to the magic of le passé récent. This is, hands down, the ultimate textbook shortcut to express very recent past events. It is the exact equivalent to saying, to have just done something in English. So to say, the show just started, we simply say, le spectacle vient de commencer. We're actually using the verb venir, which, as you know, normally means to come, but here it's acting as a helper verb to create an entirely new tense. Moving on to section 2, the golden formula, simple addition. What's really cool about this is you can treat French grammar here like incredibly simple visual math. Seriously, you do not need to memorize a massive new chart of complicated verb endings. You just need this golden 3-part formula. Step 1, take your subject and add the present tense of the verb venir. Step 2, add the tiny preposition de. Now, quick side note, if your next word starts with a vowel or a silent H, that de drops its E and becomes D apostrophe. And finally, step 3, just add the infinitive of your main verb. That's the unconjugated dictionary form, like manger or finir. Subject plus venir plus de plus infinitive. Boom, that's the whole shebang. Which brings us to section 3, conjugation recall and examples. Putting it together. Okay, before we start plugging things into our new formula, we need to rapidly refresh our memory on the present tense of our base verb, venir. Because let's be honest, you need to know this one inside and out. Let's do a rapid-fire review, and I actually want you to say these out loud with me wherever you're sitting. Ready? Je viens. Tu viens. Il, elle, on vient. Nous venons. Vous venez. Ils, elles viennent. Excellent. Remember to hit that nasal ya sound for the singular pronouns and that really strong viens for the plural. Now, let's build some actual sentences. Here's our very first full example applying the golden formula perfectly. Je viens de manger. I have just eaten. Look at the math here. We've got our subject, je, our conjugated helper verb, viens, our little preposition, de, and our infinitive main verb, manger. The best part? You can swap out manger for literally any other action and you instantly have a brand new sentence. It's like a linguistic cheat code. Now, take a look at this one. Nous venons d'arriver. We have just arrived. I want to point out a really critical mechanical detail here. See how the preposition de changed to D apostrophe? That's because arriver starts with an A. We smash them together for smoother, much more native-sounding pronunciation. So instead of a clunky de arriver, it's nous venons d'arriver. Say that with me out loud. D'arriver. Much better, right? Section 4. Tricky parts, negation and reflexive verbs. So the basic formula is a piece of cake. But what happens when we want to say we didn't just do something? Well, in French, we use ne and pas to make a sentence negative. In compound structures like this one, I want you to picture the negation like a traditional French baguette sandwich. The words ne and pas are your bread, and the conjugated verb viens is your filling. They wrap only around the helper verb. So for affirmative, we have je viens de manger, but negative becomes je ne viens pas de manger. Notice how the de manger part stays safely and completely outside the sandwich. Now, what about reflexive verbs like se réveiller, to wake oneself up? Where does that little reflexive pronoun actually go? Well, for reflexive verbs, the pronoun, in this case me, stays firmly glued right before the infinitive verb. Je viens de me réveiller. I just woke up. Our three-part formula is entirely intact. The little me just acts as a prefix attached directly to your action. Super straightforward. All right, Section 5, Interactive Practice Quiz. Test your knowledge. Let's see what you've learned. Let's turn this into an active study session. I'm going to give you 3 prompts. Try to translate them out loud before I reveal the answer. First challenge. How do you say he just finished using the verb finir? Think about your subject, how to conjugate venir for that exact subject, and don't forget your little preposition. Go ahead, say it out loud. If you said, il vient de finir, you are absolutely correct. Look at that structure and verify it matches the rule perfectly. Subject plus venir plus de plus infinitive. Really great job on the standard example. Let's step it up a notch. How do you say, we just listened, using the verb écouter? This is a slightly trickier vowel example. Think about the nous form of venir and remind yourself to watch out for what happens to the preposition right before a vowel. Take a second. And the answer is, nous venons d'écouter. Did you catch the D apostrophe? It is absolutely essential to drop the E from de before the vowel A in écouter to keep that beautiful, smooth French flow. Okay, time for the ultimate challenge. How do you say they, masculine, just washed themselves using the reflexive verb se laver? You have to apply the passé récent to a reflexive verb using the third person plural. Think carefully about where that reflexive pronoun needs to sit. I'll give you a moment to put it all together. The final answer is ils viennent de se laver. Look exactly at where that reflexive pronoun se is sitting, right between the de and the infinitive laver. If you nailed that, your understanding of this structure is rock solid. Wrapping up the quiz successfully, you should give yourself a massive pat on the back. And that takes us to Section 6, Final Review and Outro. You have just mastered an incredibly intuitive language hack that is going to make you sound so much more natural. Let's quickly summarize the essential building blocks we've mastered today. First, the passé récent is your absolute go-to tool to express things that just happened. Second, the golden formula is completely foolproof. Subject plus venir in the present tense plus de or d apostrophe plus your infinitive action verb. Third, if you need to be negative, just remember the baguette sandwich. Ne and pas wrap around venir and venir only. And finally, always keep those reflexive pronouns glued directly to the front of the infinitive. Keep these 4 rules in mind, and you should feel completely confident adding this tense to your daily conversational toolkit. To finish up today, I have a quick task for you. I want you to practice right now. Leave a comment below with your own original sentence using the passé récent. Qu'est-ce que vous venez de faire? What is one thing that you just did? Did you just drink coffee? Did you just finish work? Write it out for us. I hope you're realizing right now just how much faster and more naturally you can speak in the past tense. Keep practicing, keep building those sentences, and I will see you in our next explainer. À bientôt!